All right, hey everybody, it's December 1st. Welcome back to a long-awaited edition of the Weather Blender blog. Snow has been flying, and lots of people have a lot of questions. Will we see some more snow? And we're finally getting into that time of year. So, yes, we have seen snow. Obviously, with this particular front that went through was rain changed into some snow, really accumulating up on the mountain peaks. Let me jump into some of the weather models, and let's talk about the next event that'll be occurring here on Saturday, it appears. Just want to show you real quick the model that we call the NAM, and it's pretty representative of all the weather models. Have a low pressure out across Illinois, kind of that angular look. That's kind of that upper left to lower right, northwest to southeast look of the precipitation sliding across the 0 degree contour. That's 5,000 feet, where the air is actually 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius. And anything to the north of that, probably going to be seen in the form of either a mixture to some snow. The -10 line is certainly where you'll see all snow, and the green would just be precipitation. So a nice swath of snow, it would appear, across Illinois. This is at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Then that system rolls over, and this is so familiar. See the little kink in the 0 degree line? Remember how the air flows around low pressure counterclockwise. So you get a little swath of some warmer air punching into the cooler air. And again, there's a lot of what we call QPF, the greens, the blues. That's basically a lot of moisture, a lot of precipitation falling down in central Ohio in particular. Now, we're going to get into what some of the weather models think about this. Remember, it's a little too warm then, according to the model around Charleston, Huntington, back through Logan, Williamson, and through Pikeville to see much accumulation. But around that, the mountains look like they'll pick up some accumulation. So let's start off with a couple of weather models looking at 7 p.m. on Saturday night. This is according to the NAM model, the deep blue, 8 inches plus, and that rolls right on into central Ohio. But look at the cutoff, just about nothing. Charleston, Huntington, Ashland, Ironton, and points south, about 4 inches in the higher terrain of West Virginia, including Greenbrier County and, let's say, east of Somersville. Just a little different tweak on the numbers, same weather model, but a different algorithm, we call that. Shows a 10-inch bullseye just north of Dayton, Ohio. That's pretty unusual. And you can see that familiar warm punch again across Charleston, Huntington, Ashland, Ironton, Portsmouth, and down through Pikeville. But a 6-inch bullseye around Canaan Valley. These are just different variations of the models. This is another model called the GFS. And this is completely different. Look at this. Barely has any of that precipitation by 7 o'clock on Saturday night across southern Ohio. Only about 1 inch to 2 inches, but 4 inches on the upslope, the western slopes of West Virginia. So again, we have this extreme back and forth between the weather models, and this is the Canadian model by the 7 a.m. time frame in the morning on Sunday. It also does not like a whole lot of precipitation, basically across Ohio, barely anything at all. I wrote a dusting down there, up to 2 inches on the mountains of West Virginia, and that kind of northwest southeast stripe displaced well to the north. And just to show you that there are more models in play, this is not an accumulation map, but this is just showing what the precipitation is still on Sunday. Another idea brought to us by the Japanese model that shows snow crossing Ohio. So timing is in question, not only timing, but amounts. But that shows you that there is a system. All the weather models agree there will be a system. But obviously, there are many, many more questions as to how much snow we will see. So we'll leave it there for now. We'll bring you more updates as we get a little bit closer. Just want to give you a little taste of what the weather models are spitting out at us here. It is that time, is it not? Getting ready for more snow. And we'll keep you updated each time we see an event right here on the Weather Blender blog.